Alrighty, good morning everybody, and thank you for joining us in the OG Club private sale. We are excited to have Sugar Daddy, and he is the owner of Luminous Angel, a project that is on the Binance Smart Chain, and actually you are tradable through quite a bit different exchanges, it does seem. Kind of want to start out with if you would address the group and kind of explain who you are, what your role is in the project, kind of give a little bit of a background on yourself in crypto, and I know you don't have any of the team members here, but if you wouldn't mind touching on kind of that, I do have my share screen up, so we will kind of roll through the website a little bit after that, and we'll get towards the end, ask a couple questions from the community. I'll try to do two here in VC, and then I'll be paying attention to the chat room itself to see the members who are unable to actually jump in and speak. If they have any questions that they want to put on the chat, I'll do my best to get to them. I'm not going to be able to get to all of them. Best thing I can recommend is after the AMA, jump over into the Luminous Angel chat. The gentlemen seem extremely open at answering any questions that you have. So if it doesn't get answered here with a question, do jump over and talk to them. So if you'd like to take over, Sugar Daddy, kind of explain your role, explain the project a little bit and the background that you guys have as a team.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity for having us. Yeah, good evening, everyone. It's evening here where I am because my time here is UTC +1, and I'm the co-founder of Luminous Angel. And actually, I've been in this crypto space for the past 4 years, and many of us being in this space was even novice in one way or the other. It's very common that people fall into scams, either rug pull, phishing scams, and so on and so forth. So, and I've had many ugly experience, basically on Telegram, because when I actually got to know about crypto, the person who brought me on board, actually also recommended a group for me that I joined, and joining the group, I in one way or two ways, some exclusive group on Telegram, I got scams, multiple times, and as I was getting scammed, I was actually also learning and seeing some of those mistakes and loopholes, and so as time goes on, then so as a result of this, my ugly experience, in the space, after about 2 years later, then this idea just came, conceptualization of Luminous Angel, that is a matter of fact that Telegram application is the social application we use mostly, for networking, for building communities, for crypto projects, and even in recent times, as a result of too much of scams and the like spams that is happening on Telegram in the crypto space, many projects or some few projects, they actually move ahead and started having their main community on Discord. So because of this, that was what bettered this idea of Luminous Angel. So to building scam mitigation utilities that is really going to help both investors, employers, service providers, and also freelancers to be safe without being scammed. And we have a lot of utilities we have in our ecosystem, and one of such, which is the major one, it is live already. It has been live over 2 months ago, which is our Luminous Marketplace, which we also refer to as your one-stop shop to crypto related services. So Luminous Marketplace is a Web3 job marketplace just designed on Telegram. One of this unique thing about our own marketplace is that it's not as though this is the first marketplace dedicated for the Web3. No, we already conducted our market research, and we saw that we have varieties of DeFi and probably Web3 job marketplace inexistent already. So moving in this same direction is just going to be like moving on a bandwagon. So that's why we now decided to, okay, since majority of people, we hire people remotely for projects, we hire people remotely, communicate remotely, mostly on Telegram. So why don't we just bring this marketplace and build it on Telegram itself? Then it's going to be convenient for people that we are all used to this application, very familiar with it. So it's really going to be very easy for employers and service providers to connect, and work together on the platform. So that was why we started building the marketplace bot. And so I don't I would like to share my screen and show you one or two features about the bot before I move on to
Definitely. I will unshare my screen real quick, and then you should be able to take that over. There you go.
All right.
All yours. No, I have personally used your marketplace for 2 instances, looking for scamless help in my project. So I think we're all in massive agreement that Telegram, we seem to kind of be stuck in a catch-22 with it. It is where all of our communities are built. It's where everybody's at. But with that being said, it opens up the door to scams heavily. They happen every single day, every single second. So having something directly built around the Telegram platform itself is a big necessity, in my opinion. So it's awesome to see that, because there's not one person in this VC that hasn't been scammed at least once, unfortunately. So anything that can help mitigate that even a little bit, knock that percentage down a little bit, I think has a very beneficial aspect in the space. So this is your network bot.
Yeah, yes, this is it. So when you land there, first and foremost, if you are checking in for the first time, you are going to be required to join our announcement channel. So after you have joined our announcement channel, then the bot is going to be responsive to you. So I've already joined the announcement channel, and so here I am. Browse. You'll be able to browse services for freelancers or service providers, to hire for your project, or to work. If even you want to build a team, to work with. So these people you are. And let me tell you one thing about our marketplace is also, we've been able to partner with some KYC companies, even leading KYC companies in the industry, to carry out proper KYCs of every person we are listing on our marketplace. So we are not just, listing unidentified or unverified individuals on the marketplace. So they are going to conduct their KYC identity, and after being successfully done, then we will go ahead and list them on our marketplace. So, and it is inevitable in one way or the other, there might be some people, even after even doing KYC, they might peradventure, manipulate people or scam, their co-workers. So definitely the identity properly stored with our KYC partners. So in case like that, then the KYC, is going to be released, and that's why we even partnered with like the likes of Assured DeFi. They are one of the leading KYC in the industry, that they beyond just revealing the identity of a scammer, they even go in cooperating with law enforcement officers in many parts of the world, that wherever you are, Assured DeFi is really going to try as much as possible to contact the law enforcement of that country and make sure they get hold of you. So that was why we partnered with such caliber of KYC companies, Assured DeFi, SolidProof.io that are based in Germany, and Consort also, and some other KYC companies. So we have here we have AMA Host, audit services for audit company. If you need a content writers, you could see graphic designers, you need a marketing agency, NFT artist, you will need chilling services, many random people, they flood, most especially project developers or project team leads. We see many random people flood our DM, even talks about, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that, and being the first time of knowing them or working with them is very, very risky, to deal with folks like that, most especially on Telegram, because after paying money, wiring them money, you can just see that the account has been deleted. So we also, on our home part, after the KYC process, we also have what we call the interview. We do the interview to make sure those people are actually qualified for what they applied for, so by like checking their CVs and looking at their past works and making sure, we do an oral interview with them. When you ask them one or few questions, for instance, a person that is applying for or to be listed as a website designers, there are many basic things about website designing the person must know. So with our interview with such person, we had been able to know and to verify that truly this person is qualified, for that job. And also, if you are a freelancer or you have a talent and you'd like to be listed on the marketplace, so where you go is become a seller. Can you see that? So become a seller. I have already become a seller. I've already registered and it has been processed. That's why I have this message. So when you become a seller, it's going to give you some prompt message you have to fill accordingly, like the basis of like your bio, your name or your contact, your email. Then her team is going to get back to you and complete the processing. And another dynamic thing about this marketplace is like my orders now, because I myself have been able to to use this marketplace to connect with some talent and freelancers, and which they help me to deliver some work. Like number one here, you can see in my order is a website designer by Ninja Guy. Order B, if I click on it, this number one, you see the details of our transaction. This can be only visible to me. This is my own panel, is my profile, so it's only visible to you. If it's also your profile, we don't have access to that. So I'm just showing everyone so that we can all know the basic features of this marketplace. You can see the cost of that service is there. The service was website design, and the date when we did the transaction was also there. So even after you are dealing with clients and the likes, you can also still come back to trace those transactions, those dealings you have with people, in case you might need them as evidence, probably later in the future, for one purpose or the other. So we also have a support group. Whenever you encounter any difficulty, you can enter our support group, and then our admins are going to be there, and our support team to direct you from there. So I'm quickly going to move on to our other utilities, because of our time. So I will stop sharing my screen at this.
Definitely. So with that, I mean that being your utility is what it sounds like. I did notice that you had a couple of bots that you're going to be implementing. One that I'm truly interested in is your escrow bot. So a lot of your payments are going to be able to protect the person searching the service heavily, just based on the fact that they're not going to be dumping, say the bill $1,000. You're not going to just hand over $1,000. It's going to go into an escrow piece, and then that bot controls that escrow and then distributes in payment forms as the work is completed, if I'm understanding that correctly. There we go. Was that correct there, Sugar Daddy, on the escrow bot? All right, I'll have you pop back in. It sounds like we may have lost you, but I'll just kind of go over the website just a little bit until we get that with some of the members that are already in here. So it looks like on the tokenomics, on the main token distribution, 5% of that obviously was set for pre-sale or for private sale, 40% for pre-sale. I believe pre-sale has wrapped up and there was 100 BNB cap that was reached on that. There is 17% to DEX, 15% to CEX, so that does show that there is some expansion in the future that is being looked towards. So that's always good to see. There is a small amount left for the team, but that's 3%. That's definitely something on these projects with the amount of that's put in and work that's put in that it usually does get distributed. So I wanted to touch a little bit more on the NFTs as I pull that up here because that ties into a lot of the utilities that the project does supply itself. Sugar Daddy, we got you back there? Okay.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I think I had issues with my connection. How is it now? I hope I'm clear now.
You're good now. You're good now. So
All
if we
right.
wanted
So
to touch back that escrow bot, if we could pop back to that portion, the way your escrow bot works.
yeah, so actually the SQ bot is still under development now. That is not yet live. No, it's still under development. So it's just like we have somebody who is paying and we have the receiver. So Mr. A is paying Mr. B. So that is Mr. A and Mr. B have to come to an agreement of the payment terms. So when they come to an agreement of the payment terms, they will indicate it in the SQ bot. And so Mr. A, who is making the payment, is going to probably make the full payment. If they agreed on $100 for their dealing, is going to make the full $100 payment in the escrow bot. And in some cases, you might need to mobilize people like some percentage upfront for them to do your work. So it is also, you are also able to set that future. If you want the escrow boss to pay the receiver just 10% upfront or 20% upfront, then when the job has been fully done, then you both are going to indicate to the bot that okay, completed, and then the bot is going to be triggered and dispense the payment to the receiver. Can you see that? So that's how the SQ system works. So we also have the giveaway bots. So this one too is still under development. So we are building these decentralized bots that we process, giveaways in a very transparent and fair manner. So it's going to eliminate projects, and we have many call channels that run fake giveaways for their followers, and they eventually manipulate the process. So this is because they are going to need to deposit the giveaway price into the bot, which serves just like an SQ. Then the bot is going to choose winner randomly based on the agreed criteria without any human interaction, even without our own back-end manipulation. So no one will be able to manipulate the bot. So you would definitely just deposit the giveaway fee there, and the bot is going to run the contest random and select the winners randomly. So it's going to be in a very fair manner. So we also have what we call the whitelist bot. Like one of these things I also experienced on Telegram is some of these call channels owners with bad characters. When project developers or project teams, they assign a whitelist spot to them, eventually they will only award those whitelist spots to themselves, like giving them 10 whitelist spots instead of distributing it to 10 different people of their followers, of their community. Because of their greediness, they are only going to award this to their alt wallets. So then you at the end of the pre-sale, you have a caller and a Telegram influencer having about 10 wallets, 10 wallets participating in a whitelist pre-sale. that's manipulated. Even the project owners are not aware. And so cases like that, and as a result of that, that is going to cause market manipulation when the token eventually launch on PancakeSwap, and you begin to see huge numbers of sales because of that greediness. So our whitelist bot is going to put an end to that for everybody that is going to be using the whitelist bots to distribute whitelist for call channels, influencers. So they are going to be assured that the bot is going to distribute it in a very fair manner that anyone will not be able to manipulate. So we also have some another very solid use case, which is which we refer to as a tracker, a website tracker that is going to keep track of all these influencers we have, Telegram influencers, Twitter influencers, YouTubers, and the likes. So it's going to keep tracks of and record of every of the calls they are doing, just like we are all familiar with CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, right? CoinMarketCap, they keep track of tokens, of projects, like they keep track of exchanges and give you their daily volume and so on, and give you statistics like that. So we are going to be bringing these statistics on the Luminous tracker to track callers, to track every of the calls they have made. How many projects have they promoted in a week, and how many of those projects are dead, how many of those projects are still standing. So this is going to help, even number one, is going to help the general crypto investors, crypto investors, to know who if influencer is good for you to follow. When you see an influencer that has like a score of 1/10, so that is the person has made 10 calls in a day, and only one project out of that calls is just still standing within 24 hours. Other 9 projects he calls are dead already. So you already know that I have to stay away from this kind of channel. So it's also going to help project developers and team to know a very good call channels, private launch, and influencers they are to hire or engage for their projects and work together with. So I would encourage everyone to also go through our white paper. We have a couple of many solid information about those plans in our white paper, because time can't permit us to talk about everything now. So over to you, sir.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the overall umbrella of it is safety that you're trying to bring with every bit of the developments. And of course, with any project, as the project develops, there's going to be new developments that come in, get added to use cases, and so on and so forth. But I think it's just best to label all of your use cases underneath safety and security, and trying to make sure that the investor itself is not being taken advantage of, but also giving a little bit of a backing to project owners to ensure that they're not bringing scams into their own project to potentially hurt the investors that they oversee. So definitely like that. And your NFTs are going to also bring, I mean, obviously we don't have to get too hardcore detailed into it, but use cases are going to allow benefits to the holders and benefits into using your dApps and using your actual marketplace itself. Is that correct? And it looks like you'll be doing a merch store. So
yes, you are right about the NFT. Yeah, so our NFTs also, we try to since it's an ecosystem, so we make everything to work interlude. So we make things to work together with themselves. So our NFT holders, they will also be able to to use their NFT to subscribe to some of our utilities that you can subscribe with, that need subscriptions. So we are also going to build an NFT staking dApp. We are already working on our NFT minter right now for our website. That is going to be available. It's going to be ready in a couple of days. So we are also going to, after that, then who build an NFT app. So where investors, they can go there and stake their NFTs and receive, LAC tokens in return. So, and we have only 2 collections of NFT: regular collection, which comprise of just 1,000 NFTs, and we have the legendary collections, which has a number of 100 NFTs. So, and legendary holders, so definitely, since it's legendary, they are rare, so they are going to be able to get whitelists and private pre-sales of future projects that collaborate, with our ecosystem, or that we can say that we incubate in our ecosystem. So, and our legendary NFT holders also, they also qualify for an exceptional raffle draw, that they can stand a chance to win, tangible gifts, because those tangible gifts, like the likes of PS, iPhone, and the likes. So even there are regular holders also, they'll also stand a chance to win a raffle gift on a weekly basis. We're going to start bi-weekly for a start, every Friday on Twitter Space. So where we'll do we'll select people randomly, NFT holders randomly, to win the sum of $200, $500, and so on and so forth. So you are definitely going to have a reason of holding our token and holding our NFT. So that's what we make sure we are trying to build. Thank you. Yeah, can you hear me? OG Brad, over to you. I'm done about that.
Okay, that works. My mic got muted. We're back. My next question, that I think is going to be a question for a lot of the members who have gone through your website and your tokenomics, is your token taxes. You are completely 0% buy and 0% sale. That's correct.
Yeah, yes, we have 0% tax on PancakeSwap, because actually the token is primarily deployed on Binance Smart Chain, but through our partnership with Rubik.exchange. Rubik.exchange is a multi-chain protocol that makes it possible for bridge, to be possible between 15 different blockchains. So that is, now that we are listed, our token is already listed on Rubik.exchange. So it's now possible for people to swap, Ethereum with LAT token, Bitcoin, and Chronos chain, many other 15 chains like that. So, but on Rubik.exchange, we are going to be generating tax through that platform. So that's why we are also trying to make sure we promote this token just beyond the BXC space. There are some other callers that, or they have audience that loves investing in other blockchains, tokens. So like Ethereum lovers, and other, even that's why one of the reasons we are in OG Legends, we have a lot of OGs in here that are not just based on BXC alone. So we are going to be generating tax on there, but on Binance Smart Chain, PancakeSwap, and other trading platform like that, it is 0% buy and sell tax.
Okay. Alrighty. That was leading into my question, was how any taxes were coming into the project. It does seem that you guys are leaning more towards kind of a monetization of the project itself and having some of those funds come in, but you are also generating taxes through using the Rubiks and trading on other platforms out there. So that's awesome. Alrighty. Well, I think we kind of covered mainly basically thing, the monetization we just spoke of the marketplace and it funding into the project itself. And you touched on some of your future developments yourself already. So I'm going to go ahead, if you're all right with it, Sugar Daddy, I'm going to open up to a couple questions from the community. I've been watching a few names down there. So if you're ready for that, I think the first person I'm going to jump with that I saw, first question was General X. I am going to unmute you now if you would like to ask your question. Floor is yours. General X, you there? Just put your hand back up if you have. We'll jump to the next one. Elon Musk, Twitter president. Floor is if you have your question, sir. Questions.
Hello, can you hear me?
There we are. Yes, sir.
Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah. Good day, OG Brad. Good day, Sugar Daddy, and the other teammates from that. So actually, I'm a DeFi investor, and everything as goes.
We lost you there, Elon. If you want to type your question in, I can ask it for you. I'm going to jump to the next voice one here. Favor Ola. If you are able
Can
to
you hear
speak,
me?
you are unmuted. Yes.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Okay, you have such an interesting project, Sugar Daddy. I have a question for you. Like, if I want to be in your ecosystem, I heard you talking about submitting CVs, like you're a graphics designer, or you have a skill and you want to be, someone wants to be in the ecosystem, that they have to submit their CVs and all that. So my question now is, do I have to hold some of your tokens to be able to be in that, to be able to feature in that aspect of your projects?
Yeah, thank you very much. So that basically we're talking about the marketplace, right? So that's the marketplace.
Yeah.
The market. If you want to onboard on the marketplace, you want to get listed on the marketplace to offer a service, a service or a skill you have. So you have one of those details we are going to get from you is your CV. At least it means reference, to some of your past works. Then we are going to do an oral interview with you to be sure we are speaking to a verified person and a qualified person of what you have applied for. And so the listing fee free for now, it is free, but on the long run it's not going to be free, because we are just coming up. So we are just using this avenue to open what we call free, free subscription. So in a couple of months, then we'll start monetizing it and charging a token of between $10 to $50 per month, per subscription, for you to remain on the marketplace.
All right, that's very good. So, what are the criteria you look out to place your subscribers, like people in your marketplace, to scale them, like?
Yes, like one of those things I forgot to mention while I was browsing through the marketplace is what we call a ranking system, or tiers. Like we have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So like for if you each category have 3 tiers, divided into 3 tiers. Like website designers, we have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So one of those criteria we are using to define the tiers, the ranking we are going to place them, is number 1, who conducted the person's KYC. That is, who is the KYC company that verified their identity. So, and if you are verified, by Assured DeFi, so then we are going to list you on tier 1, because we regard, and as a matter of fact, Assured DeFi, they are one of the leading KYC companies we have in the space. So like some other KYCs also, they are in tier 2s. So that's why, to be honest, the Assured DeFi fee is quite much than some other KYC company fees. So, but what you are going to be getting, from them is also very different from what you'll be getting from others. So that's why we are making them, our first class KYC partner.
Someone is listed on the tier 1 KYC, and the person does not really have what it takes to give the results that is expected. Because when a client comes to your marketplace and chooses someone who is on tier one, which evidently looks attractive for anyone, you want to get the best. So, and the person cannot deliver. Meanwhile, the person has been great.
Yes. Like I also talk. Oh, sorry. Are you done talking? All right.
But did you get my question?
Yes, I totally understand what you mean. So, like, don't forget, I also talk about our interview. So our interview come first. So when you pass our interview, then you go for the KYC. So from our interview, definitely, if you qualify for tier one, then we would recommend that you go for Assured DeFi. Then, but if you say, okay, you can't afford Assured DeFi, then we are going to recommend some other ones for you. You can't use. But first and foremost, it is the interview that will determine where you are going to be placed, and if you can afford the fee of the tier one, and if you qualify for it, then we are definitely going to list you on it. And there's another feature that is on the please, OG Brad, I like to share my screen. I'm sorry.
No, you are good. Let me.
All right. So
there you go.
Yeah. Now let me come again. Browse services. Let's go to community moderators. I've clicked on community moderators. We have tier one. Can you see those stars? You can see the stars. We have star 1, star 2, star 3, star 4. We have the star is up to 5. So these stars also helps people to to determine how good and how good a freelancer is. So everyone that has successfully offered a service to a client after the end of their dealing, so the client will be able to rate your job. After rating it, then it's going to appear here on the ranking. Let me check here too. Okay, let me check EMA hosts. Website designer. I think one of those guys that have worked with me, website designer tier 1. So can you see the guy on number one spot now? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, don't forget, I showed you this same ninja guy. So I also gave him a work then. So after delivering the work, so that was why I gave him this star 1. So we have another person there, second, third. So this star also is just based on your recent performance. Some people might be good today on their delivery, and probably they become poor the following week. So it's going to be based on your recent performance, on your recent job delivery. Thank you.
And has a review system for the past customers to be able to review and help balance that out. That's awesome. Okay. I'm going to pop to the next one. I'm going to try to move through these quick. I can't spend a whole bunch of time on each one. Let's go with Bear Slayer. I've seen you have your hand up for a bit. You should be unmuted, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just got a question in regards to the marketplace. Would the team be integrating an NFT auction house?
And an NFT, our own NFT is going to be minted live on our website.
What I meant is, would the team be integrating an NFT auction house where various NFT creators can showcase their NFT collection, where there will be basically bids on those NFTs and the highest bidder gets to do that?
No. But that's a really great idea. You can consider working on it.
He had some feedback. I muted him if you wanted to finish that answer there, Sugar Daddy.
All right. Let me come again. All right. Yeah, I said no, we don't have that in plan now, but we are going to take note of that, because that's a very exceptional idea. We can consider working on it in the later future. Thank you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna pull up Agent Smooth Nate and I think we'll kind of call this one the last question. Then we'll kind of wrap it up and move from there. So, Agent Smooth Nate, you have the floor. You there, Agent?
Hello.
All right.
Good evening. Can you
There
hear
you
me?
are. Yes.
All right. All right. I wanted to ask you, how long was it going? How long is the KYC for creators going to take? How long is it going to take for you to validate it? As if you're going to do the KYC for creators. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I
So
get your
how long is
question.
it going to take for you to validate the? Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Because we discovered that this is a very broad, a very broad system. And so that was why we are not greedy, and we are not performing the KYC ourselves. So that's why we partnered with KYC companies who are experts, in that field. So for it to be easy. So, and it depends on you applying for the KYC and the company doing your KYC. But most of them, between 24 and 48 hours, your identity will be verified if there is no glitch, if you meet every of their requirements. So because like I also have done Assured DeFi KYC, we've done Akin KYC, Flus KYC, Gempad KYC, and many KYCs like that. So, and within 24 to 48 hours, you are going to be done with it.
Okay, so it's fairly quick. Fairly quick. All right, we're going to do one more since we had a couple cut out. We'll do one more. This will be our final question. I'm going to pull Ziggy up. Ziggy, you can unmute and you've got the floor for your question. I think we're having a decent. There we go.
Hello.
How you doing, Ziggy? Floor is all yours.
All right. So I was wondering, would there be a way to, check the rating, make sure that there's a little, let me say, what's the word? Let me just, for lack of a better word, make sure the rating is specific, because I believe there can be some, let me say, these days we know of people talking bad about like influencers and stuff like that because of maybe they didn't meet some needs they wanted met, and now they have like a personal grudge. So how are we sure that these ratings that they're actually giving to these influencers are actually like legit and not like sort of libel from maybe personal grudge and stuff like that? And secondly, let me just put this in for your NFT. You said the holders of the NFT are going to be having like a weekly giveaway of like thousands of dollars and like travel tickets and stuff like that, like actual big giveaways that are not like $10, $20, 0.1 BNB, stuff like that. So I was wondering, since there's no allocation in your white paper to a giveaway wallet or something like that, and your tax is 0 0, where's the revenue from that going to come from? How are you going to make those giveaways sustainable? Because they are pretty much the utility of your NFT at this moment. So how are you going to make those giveaways sustainable? Because like it's a weekly thing. It's not like you're doing it once in a while. So those are my questions basically.
Thank you, Ziggy.
All right. Yeah, thank you. So, first and foremost about the ratings. So definitely, just like ratings of many other platform works, like Trust Pilot and so on and so forth, and many other websites like that and platform. So that's how it is going to be. So there's no how you are going to work with like 10 people and tell me 9 people are going to rate you bad just out of beef or out of grudges. So that is you yourself, that person also has a fault in one or two ways. So definitely, if 10 people are rating you and if your work is good and perfect, probably you might have misconception, or miscommunication with just one person or two persons that is just rating you badly, and that will not really affect your rating in that sense. It's just like scoring 8/10, which is still excellent. And for the part of the NFT, so definitely the holders of the NFTs, they are not going to be getting the NFTs for free. So they are going to be minting prizes, which is going to be announced, in due time when we are about to make them available for public minting. So those money we generate through the minting are going to be put back, for those stocks you mentioned about, for those giveaways. And also the giveaways is going to start, for a start, is going to start weekly. So then later we are going to review it as time goes on based on the condition.
Okay, awesome. That makes perfect sense. I mean, the money from the minting going towards the rewards on the NFTs. So that sounds awesome. Well, is there anything else that you would like to add there, Sugar Daddy? I think we've kind of covered everything going up into the base. The only main thing is you don't have any on the NFTs. You don't have anything. I just wanted to verify it on a release date on when you're actually looking to open up minting on those yet. That was a question I got sent. You there, Sugar Daddy?
Yes, thanks very much, OG Legends, and everyone for being part of this AMA. Really appreciate every one of you, and we'd like you to also check into our community. Come around, check our website. Check what we are doing, and for as much as of you that are convinced and really love what we are doing, you are welcome, and we would really love to have you. And that's why one of these thing we emphasize on when we have opportunities like this is we emphasize about our utilities. So we believe if you are a lover of our utility, so definitely when you start, you join the ecosystem through the utility, at the end you are also going to invest in the token. So our token has also been launched out there 3 days ago. We are still on a very low market cap at the moment because we just start with 100 BNB at cap pre-sale, which we are maintaining a very solid floor. And why are we maintaining that very solid floor? Because majority of our holders, they are hardcore believer of our ecosystem. So they know that this is not a meme token. This is a long-term gem. So that's why majority of people are holding, and they know that we are working and we keep updating our communities of what we are doing at the back end. And as time goes on, every paper hands and panic seller, they are definitely going to bite their finger. Thank you very much, everyone.
Oh, thank you very much. And it was a short notice one, but I'm glad we got it in, especially with you guys right after launch. Get some more explanation of your utilities, and recommend everyone, at least, if you're not going to buy into the project immediately, jump over there, ask any other questions that you do have. Just watch the community, watch how the team works, and make your decision based off of that. But definitely, I appreciate everybody for joining. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I will have this set for a recording and shot over to you, Sugar Daddy, as soon as I can. A little bit of a chaotic day, but we'll get it taken care of for you. So again, I appreciate everybody, and we're going to close it down. You all enjoy the rest of your day.